Hello, good day everyone. Welcome to Christian Religious Studies class. Today we are looking at the topic Call to Freedom. At the end of this topic, we should be able to define the term freedom and as well state some types of freedom. The definition of freedom. Freedom means liberty, independence, or self-determination. It has to do with liberating or delivering people from slavery, oppression, or bondage. Freedom generally is having the ability to act or change without constraints. In the Bible, God called Moses to liberate the Israelites from slavery in Egypt, and also in the time of Deborah. Here, Moses was a Hebrew and also an Israelite. He was born when King Pharaoh issued out an order that all the male child born by the Israelites should be killed at birth too. But God protected Moses, and at last he was used as an instrument to liberate the Israelites from bondage. On the other hand, God called Deborah and Barak to deliver the Israelites from the oppressions of the Canaanites. During the reign of King Jabin, the Israelites were oppressed for good 20 years. Deborah was the wife of Lapidot and a prophetess of God. She was the fourth judge of Israel and the only female judge mentioned in the Bible. Barak on his own was a ruler of ancient Israel. He was a military commander from the tribe of Ephraim. Even in our own country, Nigeria, God called some of our patriots to liberate us from British colonial rule. And some of the patriots that liberated us from British colonial rule are Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe and Herbert Macaulay. And what do I mean by colonial rule? Colonial rule is a rule by the wealthy or powerful nation over a weaker country. Having known the definition of freedom, now let's take a look at the types of freedom. Types of freedom. Here we have political freedom. Political freedom is a type of what? Freedom to which God called Moses to liberate the Israelites from bondage. So liberating the Israelites from bondage is an example of political freedom. And the deliverance of Israelites from Canaanite bondage by Deborah is another example of political freedom. And the liberation of our country from colonial bondage is also called a political what? Freedom. So all these are examples of political freedom. Having known that, secondly, economic what? Freedom. Economic freedom is where the nations grow more food to the people from poverty and starvation. Economic freedom is the fundamental right of every human to control his or her own labor and property. For example, in an economically free society, individuals are free to work, produce, consume, even exchange goods as long as the exchange is voluntary and not mandatory. Thirdly, social freedom. Social freedom here means freedom from ignorance and superstition through sound education. Freedom from disease and unhealthy environment through proper medical care and environmental sanitation. Then the next one is freedom of association. It means that people are free to join any religion, organization, or political party and be allowed to worship or hold any political ideology. Here you are free to join any religion organization, you are free to become a Muslim, you are free to be called a Christian and also a traditional what? Worshipper. The freedom to join any religion organization is known as what? Freedom of association. Then the last but not the least is freedom of speech, where one can speak his mind out and on any matter of public what? Interest. This is very important because it is a fundamental human right. It helps the society to develop and progress. The ability to express our opinion and speak freely is essential to bring about change in the society.